Hi there, this is H, and this is going to be a rant video because I'm questioning many things. How is one supposed to feel or think clearly when you with one typical or specific person? Before having a conversation, they say, don't take this the wrong way, or even better, misunderstand me right. What? Also, like all these things like, oh, I didn't mean to make you feel like that or like this, or don't feel like that, or don't think like that. Why? Why all of these freaking stupid and minimizing and, it's like you get so many roadblocks into your own feelings and thinking capacity that you just get so numb and just stand there like a paralyzed little scared mouse, and you just have to make sure that you don't react in a wrong way or get in a place where you would be questioned or assumed to have the wrong manners or behaviors. You hear me? It's just wrong and faulty and bad, and also very much like uh, you would be spoiled. And there is one other thing that is bothering me very much so, and that is gifts. Or maybe you could say that you are getting bribed. They are bribing you. Why? If you are being abused. They are trying to buy your patience. They are invalidating you, or not even listening to you, or seeing anything from your perspective. Especially it's so tricky and ugly and disrespectful if it's a child's perspective amongst a bunch of adults. And then if you're feeling uneasy, if you're feeling that, it's frustrating, and oh, so if I get things, that means that I'm loved. Is that what love means? But I gave you this and I gave you that. Why are you reacting? I helped you with this and that. So why are you being grumpy? Or why are you being sad? Or why are you just being in a negative way or mindset, or just being a freaking human that reacts? Why are you doing that? You are spoiled. I don't get this. I really don't get this. It's freaking me out. It's scaring me somehow, because I'm understanding that many of these sayings and doings, to make me fit into their standards, that is not fair, that is not respectful, that has nothing to do with validation or anything. So if things and gifts and money and favors are things that are supposed to erase or make feelings or reactions disappear, of course I'm having troubles with receiving things today. It's not weird in any way, but it's troublesome, very troublesome. Also, things being fun, or if a person tells a child, a mother tells a child that You cannot have a fun time all the time. Things cannot be funny and cheerful all the time. Okay? So it's like, don't sit there and ask me for anything. It's like the child has not even asked for anything, but the fun. Whose fun is it supposed to be? Whose perspective? Who? What kind of fun? What is fun for adults? In social settings, and what they do, and what is fun for children. Those are very different things. Whose reality are one supposed to live by, if it's not your own? And priority. There are more important things that has to be done now. So you are just going to have to wait. Okay, I understand there are things one has to wait for. But the thing is, when other things is so much more prioritized and important that the child itself never gets, or very rarely gets, the attention and time or space it needs, then the child is going to start to wonder, or feel or think that, oh, so I guess I'm not prioritized. I guess we have had so much fun and I laughed for about 5 minutes yesterday. So then I had a fun time. So I should not come here and ask for things. I should not be needing things. I should not have any, desires or things that are going to need to be met or anything. Because things are more important. Other things. I do not want presents. I want presence. But when that isn't available, when that is something you cannot reach or cannot get, what do you do then? When you can't feel the presence and you only get validated or seen or, adjusted in the things you get, how is one supposed to cope with that? So today, when the child is growing up, learning, it could be that that person is struggling with thoughts or feeling that they don't deserve things. There are things that surely is more important or not as important when it comes to prioritizing your own wishes, your own desires, the things you like. For example, buying yourself a gift, or doing something, going to the movies, or enjoying yourself, entertain yourself. Well, that's hard, That gets very, very hard because you think that, well, that is not so important. I don't need it. I will survive without it. And if something like that were to happen or you do that, you feel somewhat in a weird way, maybe you do feel that that was unnecessary. You can't take it yourself. You cannot receive from yourself. You cannot enjoy the moment. You cannot feel that you are worthy of anything. It can show itself in many things. It could be that it's hard to find or keep an interest alive. It could be that there might be something a bit more expensive, but instead You don't get that. You don't save for it, you don't prioritize it, but instead you get crap. You get many crappy things instead. And you surround yourself with crap and just unnecessary things that actually has no value, that you actually wouldn't use. You think that even if you know that many things won't satisfy you, how are you supposed to relearn or rewire your brain to understand that you are worthy? How can that feeling start to grow and be something that is allowed to be, that is allowed to be felt? Because if someone who if someone who genuinely cares about you, who just wants to give you something, a gift, in the true essence of just giving because you want to, well, then you should not feel that you are going to owe them. One should be allowed to just take it then. Take it. If you haven't asked for it. But how are you going to do that? It's hard. It's so hard. One should not get filled with question about but why, or feel guilty, or just get sad. It's not normal to get sad or anxiety or tensed up like you're grieving when you get a gift. That's not a happy, nice response. And usually you would think that that is the opposite of what the person would want you to feel, or something. Gift should not make you react like there's an underlying statement or something in this gift. It should not make you feel on edge or wonder, oh, so what is going to happen next? What is this supposed to cover up, quiet down? That is so damaging. That is damage. That's about trust. I guess that could be one of the outcomes of neglect. So I wonder, how is one supposed to cope with and address these issues? Please comment or discuss this. I think it's important that we do. Because everybody should feel and deserves to feel that they are worthy of time, they are worthy of real love. You know, presence, not presence. That is what's going to make you feel valuable. Please keep that in mind. People who give gifts cannot make all your feelings and emotions and troublesome and negative traits and everything. A gift cannot take away a mistake. A gift cannot take away pain or a hurt or justify someone else's bad behavior. It's not a cure for pain and suffering and abuse. I think people have to keep that in mind, and one has to be cautious of one's self-worth and think about that. It doesn't matter how many gifts you have gotten. Bad behavior and abuse isn't something that could be made right because you got many things from someone. And if you really think about it, gifts and behavior and wrongdoings, they are not even in the same planet. It's so different things, but in some weird way cultural or just in brainwashing or something that seems to be making everything okay or evened out or justified. And that's just fucking weird. Sorry, but I think so. So this is what I'm thinking about right now. This is not what you deserve as a human being. I could live without things. I don't need things. I don't need pretty stuff or pretty clothes or anything. I just want someone to hear and be present. That is valuable. That is something you always can keep and thrive on. Things can get broken, things can get worn out, but compassion from a true heart, you cannot throw that away. It nourishes you. That should be the thing that relationships is about. In the basic ways, I think. Bye.